Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're here testing out a relatively cheap Onyx in T4 Darks. Again, I want to test it more to make sure it's a bit more of a reliable, tried and tested fit. We're here in Perimeter, we're going to test this out. I just noticed that there are a few gangsters in system right now. These red guys right here, they are from safety and they are people who have previously ganked Abyss Runners. So we're going to be a little bit careful right here. Hopefully we will not get ganked, but if we do, it's a cheap ship, it's not the whole world. But you can see here, this person, go on bio, so he's got all these ganks right here. Geelers, you know, Geelers who are running Abyss sites, like Ezekiel's 4 Geelers. We want to be a little bit careful. Hopefully it'll go alright. Oh, I think this ship looks so cool and stealthy, even though it's not at all a stealthy ship, but just like the camo on it, I think looks really good. Or not the camo, but the paint job on it, I think looks really cool and stealthy. Okay, let's go into the Abyss. Oh, we don't have a filament. We'll go to Jita. And something I'm actually going to make is a slight alteration to our fit. So right now, we've got 2 shield rigs. One is the EM shield reinforcer and one is the solidifier right here. And I think I'll remove this solidifier and put a bayloading accelerator to increase our DPS. I think this would be useful because it'll make it so that we can actually get some decent hits, I think, in certain waves. I'm just not sure about the Cinnabar waves. I think the Cinnabar wave was a bit problematic before. So we'll see. Just one second, I'm going to check it out right here. I think it might be this one right here. We had a bit of problems with the Cinnabar wave, I think. Yeah, here. This is a 1 multispectrum and dual webs. But I think we'll have better resists than this ship right here. Because naturally speaking, the heavy interdiction cruisers have a lot more tank than the heavy assault cruisers. So hopefully it'll be good. We'll try it out. So we'll remove this solidifier right here, get a bit of extra capacitor. Then we'll get the bayloading accelerator. Because that's actually something I wanted to try last time. Because I felt like we needed a bit of extra DPS. I think application was alright with Caldari Navy. But just pure DPS would be good to have. And we also almost fully utilize our calibration over here, so that's always good to see. Let's undock and get to work. Let's see, what's the DPS with Rage? If we just... Oh, I've got lots of bookmarks here for my corp, I think. Go to safe. 681, okay, I would have hoped that we would have at least crossed the 700 DPS barrier, but we did not. With 4 damage modules. That's the way it is sometimes. Activate filament, let's go. And we're using no implants here. No implants. I think we might have a login booster. Yeah, this Halcyon boost is just something we got from login requeue. I wasn't intending on actually getting that. Okay. Now let's get in close here. We've got a bunch of Webifiers. A bit annoying. Oh, actually, this is Rogue Drone battle cruise. I thought it was... I thought they were Drekabaks. Do we have any Deviant Automatic Suppressor? That's good. We'll go to this. Or maybe don't want to go to this, because if we go to it, our missiles won't shoot, and by the time these guys are dead, we'll have Rogue Drone battle cruisers on us, and then we don't want to have a Deviant Automatic Suppressor because we'll do less DPS to them, because we need to take out those Rogue Drone battle cruisers fast. Hopefully. It's going to be a slugfest now. Blast grips are the ones we want to take out because we've got lower explosive resist. Blasts do like explosive damage. The way you can remember it is like explosive blast. But we're tanking, they're not missing, they're missing a lot. It's good. Blast grip misses completely. Just keep up our velocity. It's hard to keep it up when we've got 3 Webifiers on us, but we're getting through them. To be honest, we probably would be able to just take out these snare casters here. Unlock this. We don't need to strike grip, because strike grip does kinetic damage. We really don't need to worry at all about kinetic damage. We have so good kinetic and thermal resist. We're like really anti-Galentian in terms of our resist profile. We're really good against hybrid turrets because we've got really high thermal and kinetic resist. Popped. Can even turn off our shield booster to preserve a bit of cap. And move towards the biadaptive cache. Minus 70% thermal or optimal range is also helping us a bit survive here. So it's not a good representation of our tank. Okay, maybe we want to take out this snare cast over here. The blast grip is getting out of range of our webs. So like here, before I had a propless one with 2 multispectrums and 1 multispectrum replaced this afterburner. But here is a good example of where... Oh, we took a wrecking shot, that's why I lost a lot of HP suddenly. Here, the afterburner is working as a form of tank because we're able to keep range and we're reducing our incoming damage. Not all waves, some waves just get on top of you like cylinder barrel waves, and there the afterburner doesn't play as big of a role. But here, it is a very good defensive module. Not just a utility module, just to enable us to get to places quicker. Okay, I'll make our way towards transfer conduit. Keep a range 500. I think these guys have a lot of resist, yeah, because we're doing a very small portion of our like full volleys. I really hope the Cinnabar waves goes good because we've got low explosive and EM resist, the perfect damage type for them to wreck us with. How much do we have if we overheat? 70 HP per second, and then probably we could use the boosters and we'll get a little bit extra as well. Because we've got some boosters we can use here, Synth, Blue Pill and Hardshell, give us a little bit extra tank. And we can use our shield booster now since we're taking a bit of damage. We're not actually getting perfect application to these guys. 1k volley in the structure with 0% resists. Come on, take him out. It's going a bit slow right here. Even though we've got a DPS module, it's still not really going so quick with this guy. I think the application could be better. It might have been worth to have a Rigor catalyst instead of a Bailoading Accelerator. But on the other hand, it's really good for big like battleship waves. And it's not like we're getting so much less than full application. Full application will be 1200 damage. We got on that guy like 1030 something. On his structure, 0% resist, so then that means like he should... I know an ideal situation he would do 1200 volley. So you know that you're not getting... Since it was doing less than 1200, you know you're not getting full application. But it's alright. I think it's alright for the extra DPS we get. Oof, that guy really got popped fast. Take out the snare caster. Yeah, we're applying really good to these rogue drones right here. It's really great to see. So good application to rogue drones. And we don't even have a blue cloud here. We have one over here, but it doesn't seem like these rogue drones are in the blue cloud. So for some reason, those rogue drone Valkyries just have such a hard time. It's such a hard time for us to hit them. I mean, we're not getting full application here, but it's still good application we're getting. We have a lot less HP than rogue drone Valkyries. That's why, even though we're not getting full application, it feels like they die very quickly just because of their low HP, I'm guessing. I want to find a really difficult Cinnabar wave. If I find one of them, and if it goes good, then I know that this ship is really good. Sancho wave could also be good, but it's not as difficult. Because they have a harder time applying. But it will still be tough, because there's EM damage, and we have EM being our lowest resist. We sort of counteract it a bit, because we've got really high thermal resist, and Sancho do a bit of thermal damage as well. Majority is EM, but they do also do thermal, so we're sort of countering it a bit, because it's just our really high resist we've got right here in thermal damage. The great thing about it is it makes Trulavians do very little damage. Ephialtes room, okay. I'll buy that with cash. I'll go for these confusers. Confusing confusers. They confuse our missiles, make us not hit properly. Oof, there's a lot of missiles hitting us. And we'll just cycle through these guys. I think it's very simple. We're hard to take any damage actually, we just needed the pulse of it of our shield booster. We can leave it on just for simplicity's sake. Getting almost perfect application, even though there's so many confusers, but it's because we're using Caldari Navy. It would be great if we could use Rage. Unfortunately, it's not worth it to use Rage on these cruisers, even with the dual webs. It's not worth it. Where's our range? 25. Not as good range as the Cerberus, but I find in the dark sides you don't really need that much range because stuff anyway comes close to you. Because it's Got like everyone's optimal range is reduced, so they try to get close to you, and you're just really quick, so it's easy to get in the optimal range as well. Oh, now we're taking a bit of damage actually. It's not like... Probably it's because we're not moving. That's probably why. We should be moving. Keep moving! Now I'll probably take a bit less damage. I mean, I was expecting less damage now that we've destroyed a bunch of them. Orbit 500 maybe. See if we get some escalations on the way out with the gankers, because we saw some gankers before in perimeter. They might be scouting around, looking for prey. Could also be these target painters making them apply very good to me. Got a bunch of target painters over here. Wonder what our signature radius is. 200. Okay, it's not that much bigger than normal. Okay, it is almost double the size, but it's not like we got an MWD size signature radius. Because if we were to put an MWD on this thing, 50 MN, 800 meters a second, or meters signature radius. Yeah, now I've got full shield, that's good. We destroyed a bunch of them as well, so there's hardly any incoming damage. The tank we've got here is actually not particularly good. 227 HP per second tank. So I think it definitely could use a bit more tank. Wonder how much we would have with high grade crystals. How much would that make a difference? Quite a big difference, 350. Well, I feel like it might be an option to put a large shield booster here just because of the fitting space we've got to spare. That could be a way to make us have more tank, because it's not like we need to tank all the time. It's just for a short period of time we need to tank. So I think it's alright. So Onyx seems to handle these dark sides pretty well, even with low tank. I think that the numbers seem a bit scary, but in practice it seems to actually work out pretty well. Application and completion time was also pretty good. I mean, it's not like really crazy fast like Gila style, but in dark sides you don't tend to be as quick as other filaments. At least I find that to be the case usually, just because you're not like having any reduced resist type. But I think it feels quite solid. I think it feels quite solid. Just maybe a little bit extra tank. Oof. Look at these tornadoes over here. Got some tornadoes and catalyst as well. We're waiting to gank people. We'll go here. Those are the gankers we saw before, I think. I'll just dock up here. The issue is that it's hard to find a bling shield booster that doesn't cost a lot. All like blinged shield boosters cost a lot of ISK. Where to go here? Look for large shield booster. Faction. Dread Garista's large shield booster. Okay, that's 30 million. I mean, that could be the Dread Garista's one could be an option, but the capacitor is really bad. Dead Space might be an option, but they're also very expensive. 200, 196. This Gist C type might be good. I mean, it's not that expensive. Yeah, we could actually buy this. Actually, we'll buy this and try this. We'll just buy this for the time being, because that looked like a pretty low price. I wonder how much a B type costs. 150, what? That's even better. We'll go for the biggest B type. Get that, and we'll put that on the sell order, the other one we bought recently. Gist B type, oof, that's going to be really good. Gist B type will give us 79 HP per second and have capacity to spare. See here we have 54, so we'll have a lot more shield boosting with the Gist B type. Gist B type large shield boost. Let's just check how much HP per second that'll be. $331. I think that's a decent amount of shield boosting, and plus you can add a bit of boosters to the mix as well, and implants if you felt like it, like Synth, Blue, Hardshell, Dose 1. 360. I think for dark side that's really good. For if it was, say, for example, like Firestorm or Exotic, I would think maybe it would be a bit on the low side, but dark sides I think that would be really good. So we'll probably use that next time, see how it goes. So I think that's enough for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.